glow-in-the-darkish beaches. Billions of bushes planted in a country dominated via the desert. Levitating trains. A faux moon. An automobile unfastened, carbon-free metropolis built in a straight line over 100 miles lengthy in the desolate tract. Those are some of the plans for Neom, a futuristic eco-town. This is a part of Saudi Arabia's pivot to go inexperienced. Neom is a brand new city area, deliberate, through the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to be constructed in its northwestern Tabuk Province. The website online is north of the Purple Sea, east of Egypt, throughout the Gulf of Aqaba, and south of Jordan. The entire planned vicinity of Neom is 26,500 square kilometers, 10,200 square mi. The metropolis's plans encompass more than one regions, which includes a floating industrial complex, international change hub, vacationer inns, and a linear metropolis powered by renewable power resources. It became launched by Saudi Crown Prince and Top Minister Mohammed bin Salman. Builders intend for most people of the metropolis to be completed through 2039. Specialists have expressed skepticism approximately the pursuits of the megaproject. Saudi Arabia at the beginning aimed to complete essential parts of the venture through 2020, with a selection completed in 2025, however then fell delayed. Through July 2022, best 2 buildings were built. And maximum of the challenge region remained naked desolate tract. The undertaking's estimated price exceeds $500 billion. On January 29, 2019, the Saudi government announced that it had mounted a closed joint inventory enterprise named Neom. The corporation is wholly owned by the General Public Funding Fund and is purely committed to developing the financial region of Neom. In January 2021, the project unveiled plans for the line, a linear 170 kilometers lengthy and 200 meters huge in the Neom region. The design for the road turned into an addition modified in July 2022, scrapping the unique idea for a couple of buildings on a linear plan, rather combining the buildings into one continuous structure with a completely glass replicate exterior. The car-free town is planned to be big enough to residents 9 million residents inside walkable groups with all primary services inside a 5-minute walking distance. The development work of the assignment's first section, Neom Bay, turned into deliberate to begin within the first zone of 2019 with of completion through 2020. The traits had been to consist of building the airport at Sharma, which might operate normal business flights between Riyadh and Neom. Oxagon, at the beginning named Neom Commercial Metropolis, is a floating industrial complicated inside the FORM of an octagon. It's far positioned round 25 kilometers, 16 mi, north of the town of Duba, and covers roughly 200 to 250 square kilometers, 97 square mi, of land, of which about 40 rectangular kilometers, 15 square mi, paperwork the town. On March 3, 2022, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman launched the Trojena task, if you want to be the first major out-of-door skiing vacation spot in the Arabian Peninsula. It will be positioned about 50 kilometers, 31 miles, from the Gulf of Aqaba coast in the Sarwat Mountains, with elevations ranging from 500 to 600 meters, 900, 500 feet. Although it is in the barren region, the web page's weather is notably cooler than is the relaxation of Neom's territory. In December 2022, Neom introduced plans for Sandala, a 1,100,000 cubic yards luxury inn complicated off the town coast. It's far deliberate to have an 86-berth marina and 3 luxury hotels. And it is able to accommodate as many as 400 site visitors every day. 9 Hollow Golf direction overlooking the ocean was constructed in 2023. An initiative of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, Neom is a large location of the USA that has been earmarked for improvement. Despite the fact that frequently referred to as a clever town, Neom is extra correctly defined as a vicinity in order to incorporate Sabera cities, lodges, and other trends. The project is being in large part bankrolled by means of the General Public Investment Fund, which invests price range on behalf of the government of Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Improvement Organization hooked up to create Neom, that's led by using Chief Government Officer Nadmi Al Nasser, claims the fund is contributing $500 billion to the scheme. It bureaucracy a part of the Saudi Vision 2030 plan to diversify the U.S. economic system so as to reduce its dependence on oil. In which is Neom? Neom encompasses an area of around 10,200 rectangular miles, 26,500 square kilometers, in northwestern Saudi Arabia. This is round the dimensions of Albania. The location is bounded by means of the Purple Sea to the south and the Gulf of Aqaba to the west. What will be in Neom? In keeping with the developer, Neom will consist of 10 tasks that they seek advice from as areas. Thus far, details of 4 of the regions had been introduced. Those are the road, which is the maximum 9AF3F374C588C90CDD1F10256FA5, in addition to Oxagon, Trojena, and Sandala. The road is deliberate to be a 170-kilometer linear town so that it will residence 9 million human beings. It'll run from east to west across the Neom place. Consistent with the developer, the metropolis will consist of parallel, 500-meter excessive, linear skyscraper status 200 meters aside. The buildings will be clad with mirrored facades. Oxagon is deliberate as an octagon-shaped port metropolis with a purpose to be built on the Crimson Sea on the some distance south of the Neom region. In step with Neom's developer, the port and logistics hub might be the international's biggest floating structure. Trojena is deliberate as ski-in the Sarwat Mountains, close to the north of the Neom area. The 60-square-kilometer skiing and outdoor interest motel will provide year-round snowboarding and is ready to host the 2029 Asian Winter Games. Sandala is planned as an island resort within the Red Sea. Geared toward the yachting community, the 840,000 rectangular meter island could have an 86-berth marina and Severa motels.